For decades, Bradley Walsh has been the picture of charm, warmth, and vitality. From his unforgettable comedy routines to his starring television roles, and of course, his beloved hosting duties on The Chase. Bradley has been more than just an entertainer. He has become a household name. Across Britain, families have sat down in the evenings to laugh at his cheeky jokes, watch him guide nervous contestants through nail-biting quiz questions, or enjoy his down-to-earth wit on game shows and dramas alike. His quick humor, coupled with a deep authenticity, has set him apart as not just a television presenter, but a man people genuinely feel they know. But recently, that image has been shaken by devastating and life-changing news. Bradley, who for years seemed unstoppable, has been handed a medical diagnosis so severe that it has left even his closest friends and colleagues in shock. And at the heart of this emotional storm is Donna, his wife of more than 25 years, a woman who has always stood by Bradley's side, quietly supportive in the shadows of his fame, but now thrust into the most difficult role of all, being his anchor through a battle that neither of them could have ever imagined. Those who know Bradley best had begun to notice subtle changes. His once boundless energy, the very spark that kept audiences roaring with laughter and contestants at ease, was fading. There were moments of visible fatigue during filming. His normally booming voice seemed quieter. He appeared thinner in photographs, his face carrying a weight not of years, but of worry. At first, friends assumed it was exhaustion. After all, Bradley has always been a workhorse, juggling acting, comedy, and presenting, often at the same time. But as the weeks went on, it became clear this was something more. Donna, ever perceptive, urged him to seek proper medical advice. What followed was a series of tests, long days in hospital waiting rooms, late-night phone calls with specialists, and that dreadful silence before the results were given. When the diagnosis finally came, it was worse than anyone could have imagined. For Donna, the woman who has walked beside Bradley since the early 1990s, this news has been nothing short of devastating. Those closest to her describe her as composed in public, but heartbroken in private. She has been seen quietly shuttling between home, hospital, and her commitments, all while shielding her family, particularly their son Barney, from the full weight of the situation. Her dilemma is one no partner ever wants to face. She must balance hope with acceptance, optimism with brutal reality. On one hand, she clings desperately to the belief that medical solutions, treatments, and new approaches might help Bradley reclaim his health. On the other, she must prepare herself and her family for possibilities far harder to bear. The strain is immense, but through it all, friends say Donna has shown remarkable strength. The doctors have been clear. Bradley must step away from work. For a man whose life has been defined by the stage, the studio, and the screen, the idea of retreating from public life is unimaginable. Yet his condition requires intensive treatment and continuous monitoring. The pressures of filming, travel, and live performance are no longer an option. This news has forced Donna into making an unthinkable decision. She has begun turning down her own commitments, scaling back her work and personal engagements so she can remain constantly by Bradley's side. It is a sacrifice that speaks volumes about their marriage. For decades, Donna has been the steady hand behind the man so many adore. Now she is giving up her own independence to ensure Bradley has the best possible care and comfort. Bradley's colleagues at ITV and beyond have been deeply shaken by the news. Quietly, productions have been postponed, guest appearances canceled, scripts rewritten. Behind the scenes, friends like his fellow Chase co-stars, Anne Hegarty, Sean Wallace, Mark Labatt, Jenny Ryan, Dara Ennis, and Paul Sinhay have reportedly reached out in private. They have offered messages of love, humor, and support, knowing that for Bradley, laughter has always been the best medicine. But the silence from Bradley himself has been telling. No public statements, no official updates, just a quiet disappearance from the spotlight, as though the Walsh family has drawn a curtain around their private life. Of course, the outside world has caught fragments. Paparazzi lenses have snapped Donna leaving hospitals late at night, her face etched with exhaustion. Fans who've spotted Bradley describe him as visibly thinner, moving more slowly, yet still managing a polite smile or a quick joke when recognized. It is in these fleeting glimpses that the reality becomes clear. The man who once seemed invincible is facing his most difficult battle yet. In the face of all this, Donna Derby has made a decision those closest to her describe as both heartbreaking and brave. She and Bradley are now making plans to step away completely from public life, possibly for good. The Walsh family home is being restructured into a sanctuary, a place where Bradley can focus entirely on rest and healing, away from the constant glare of cameras and the exhausting demands of celebrity. For Donna, it means sacrificing the world they built together in the spotlight. For Bradley, it means surrendering the career that defined him. For both, it is a testament to the depth of their love. In these quiet months, Bradley has grown even closer to his family. His son Barney, with whom he has shared countless adventures on Breaking Dad, has become not just a son, but a source of strength. Their bond, already cherished by audiences, has taken on a deeper, more emotional dimension. Evenings are spent at home, away from the public eye. Simple joys now matter most: meals together, family laughter, and the comfort of togetherness. And this is where the heart of the story lies, not in the diagnosis itself, but in the way Bradley and Donna have faced it. Through pain and fear, their love story has only deepened. For over 30 years, Donna has been Bradley's silent partner in success. Now, she is his loudest champion in struggle. And in a world that so often glamorizes fame and fortune, their story is a powerful reminder. In the end, all that truly matters is love, resilience, and the family who stands beside you. Whether Bradley will one day return to television remains uncertain. For now, the priority is clear: his health, his comfort, and his family's well-being. Fans across the UK continue to send messages of love and support, proving how deeply Bradley Walsh has touched millions of lives. No matter what happens next, his legacy is already secure, not just as a presenter, actor, and comedian, but as a man whose warmth and humanity have made him a national treasure. Conclusion: Bradley Walsh's tragic diagnosis and Donna Derby's unthinkable decision to put everything aside for him marked not just a turning point in their lives, but a profound lesson for us all. Behind the cameras, beyond the laughter, there is a story of love, sacrifice, and resilience. A story that reminds us that life is unpredictable, fragile, and precious. And as Bradley and Donna face this uncertain chapter together, one truth shines brighter than any spotlight.